Okay, so this should be the second video in a series of solving systems of equations by substitution. So assuming that you've taken notes, you should be able to follow these and solve basic equations by substitution. So when solving by substitution, you want to first solve for x or y in either equation. You want to either get x or y alone so you know what it equals. In either equation, whatever's easiest for you. Once you have that, you want to take that, let's say you have x equals y plus 2. You want to take that and substitute it into the second equation for that variable. So if you have x is equal to y plus 2, in the second equation, instead of writing x, you would write y plus 2 and put that in parentheses. So that's what we're talking about here. Okay, for an example, let's say we had two equations. The first one's y equals 2x plus 3, and then x equals y, or 2y rather, minus 1. So we have two equations with two variables, x and y, and you can see there's a top and a bottom equation. So now what we said was solve one of the equation. Both equations are solved here. So we're noting that x is alone already in the bottom equation, and y is alone. So we can choose, we have options here, we can solve for either x or y. It's already solved, of course, we can use either one. So either you want to substitute for x or substitute for y. So if you substitute for x, you're going to take what x is, 2y minus 1, and put it into the first equation for x. So you can see that x is equal to 2y minus 1. So instead of x in the top equation, we'll put 2y minus 1. Okay, so now our second option is to solve and take what y was and put it in for y in the second equation. So I'm telling you we can choose between the two. If we want to sub for y, you'll see that 2x plus 3 is equal to y, and so instead of y in the second equation, you write 2x plus 3. So now we pick one or the other, and we will substitute for y in this situation. So we need to know what y equals, first of all, and that is 2x plus 3. So if y is 2x plus 3, instead of y, we could write 2x plus 3. So substituting in, we get x equals 2y minus 1, right? That's the equation. So now we substitute in, we say x is equal to 2 times, what is y? 2x plus 3. We close the parentheses, minus 1. So you see how that connects right there. All we did was we took out y and we put what it is, and it is 2x plus 3 according to that equation you can see on the left. Okay? So here's your note of that. This is y, right? Equals y, is y, same thing. And now we're going to solve that bottom equation, so that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so solving that bottom equation, we have x is equal to, now we have to distribute, so we'd say 4x if we distribute the 2, and 4x plus 6 minus 1, don't forget that minus 1. That's going to equal 4x plus 5, because 6 minus 1 is 5. We got to get the x's alone together, so we subtract the 4x, we get negative 3x equals 5. Okay, and x would equal then 5 over negative 3, or negative 5 over 3. So we're going to have a fraction here. It's kind of annoying, but these will happen when you're doing these problems. So we know x, And now we need to know y, because we aren't done until we know x and y. So we can take that x and put it into either equation. So let's kind of make a decision on that. Alright, so thinking back, we remember, we have to remember what y is equal to. Y is equal to 2x plus 3. If y is equal to 2x plus 3, let's see, and x is equal to negative 5 over 3. So instead of writing y equals 2x plus 3, right? We say 2, and then we substitute in the x, which is negative 5 over 3 plus 3. Now we're solving that, so we're saying y is equal to negative 10 over 3 plus 3. And now here we can convert negative 10 over 3 to negative 3 and 1/3 plus 3. The negative 3 and the plus 3 cancel out to give you y is equal to 1/3. Now we have our y and we have our x. You can kind of see that over there to the left. X is negative 5 over 3. So our answer as a point is negative 5 over 3, comma, 1 over 3. That's the x and y that satisfy both equations. And that's it.